Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. It is finally time, as was promised for quite a few months now. We are back in Tural for our next story arc of Hildibrand. We've got Hildibrand tonight for sure, but there's gonna be, I got at least one other quest. We got two quests tonight because apparently Hildibrand's only one quest today. So I've got another quest in store, a much shorter one, but Hildibrand's definitely going to be the meatier one. I'm surprised there was only one. I was expecting two. I think I even mentioned a couple of times in a previous video that there was going to be two quests. We'll go do the Hildibrand quests. We'll go do the two Hildibrand quests. I probably said several times. No, it turns out there's only one this time. So I don't know what was going on this patch cycle. I don't know if we're going to get another two next time. Maybe this one's just extra long to make up for it instead of having two separate ones. I mean, that would almost make more sense really than splitting it apart, but I guess we'll find out. So last time on Hildibrand, for those that don't remember, we helped a bunch of aliens, not to mention also learned the lore of the Mandervilles, which actually ended up being kind of fake, but it was still pretty cool. The aliens were neat, and then we're now searching for the inspector and the other inspector, PS1 inspector. I thought he died, but I think they both got like shot and flew away, as has been tradition with these Hildibrand quests. So let's see if we can't find him today. It's been a while. I'm looking forward to doing some more Hildibrand. I know that we'll have another one, at least one more quest. I'm not going to promise two, since clearly we only get one this time. But we've got another one at least in store eventually, probably at the end of May or something. Hopefully I'll be a little more timely with that one. But in the meantime, let's get this one done because we've only got a couple hours left before the game actually goes down. And I promised this before 7.2 came out.
Why, hello there, Abin. How serendipitous that we should cross paths in this far-flung nation. Have you come all this way to lend me a hand? Because, let me tell you, I could use the help. You see, I've been doing my absolute darndest to track down the inspector ever since Mr. Poo-Poo's starship whisked him off to God's only nowhere. My best lead turned out to be the Thavnerian truth. Eyewitness accounts in the latest issue described a shiny craft headed west across the ocean. So I packed a few things and headed this as far west as I was able. This is where I ended up. I made a few inquiries since my arrival, but I've mostly been acclimatizing myself to the native cuisine. Very important step, that. I bet she's eaten more tacos than me by this point. Anyway, seeing as fate has sent you to assist me, I suppose it's time that I get continued questioning the locals on the matter of unidentified flying gentlemen. Here, this should help aid our investigations. It's an illustration of the starship, clipped from Dorian's publication. Having this on hand should make it much easier to explain what we're looking for. I'll ask around the markets hereabouts. As for you, well, I've yet to venture beyond the food stall, so practically anywhere else but here. If you learn any useful information, come and find me around this spot. I'll be stuffing my, ears with delicious, intelligence. Landsguard's duty remain vigilant for threats and unusual developments that may warrant their intervention. Maybe prudent to visit Bright Plume Post and question a soldier. That is a good idea. I haven't been here in so long, I kind of forgot that those people existed. Where are they? I don't know where they are. Are they over here? Oh, they're way up there. I see, this is what I mean. I forgot this part of the city even existed. Alright, Blight Plume Post it is. Alright, where are these guards at? Anyone here seen a flying saucer? This is like gonna totally ruin my reputation. I'm probably gonna get thrown in jail for this. Yes? Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, have you seen like a UFO by chance? Please say yes.
Actually, I have seen a vessel like that. It was some time before Sriracha's flying ships appeared. I watched it limp northwards towards the skies above Tudioral, wobbling about like it might crash to the ground at any moment.
Wow, okay. I actually did see one. Surprised we didn't see it earlier. Probably just missed it.
Searching for a strange ship, you say?
Small, round, got a big antenna on it. Surely you must have seen it. Surely the other guy isn't lying. Yeah, I saw a flying district like that just during a patrol in Shadowland. Shadowlani. It was slowly drifted towards the ground and seemed to come down somewhere in Yasulani. If you're determined to find it, then that's where you should try next. What were they calling that place that's covered by the dome now? Heritage Found? It's all the way up there. How did it get in the dome? Oh, you know what? If it was just before the ships came by, then that's probably... Well, no, oh no, probably, yeah, it would have landed just before it then. Okay, never mind. Lore fixed. Okay, yeah, so as is tradition with these quests, I'm too smart for the game and didn't see the things telling me to go talk to Nashu before heading off to God knows where. My forays into the stalls bore no fruit at all. None star-shaped anyway. How was your harvest then? I'm surprised a place like this doesn't even have, like, star fruit to make a joke with. Like, that's a thing from South America, right? They probably grow somewhere in that area. Ish, maybe? You could probably stretch it. Those are some solid leads. Nice work, a bit. Despite the sounds of things, the ship was malfunctioning and eventually came down somewhere to the north of here. With any luck, this hostage found you mentioned will be the place we find the Expector. Yeah. Don't think it'll be that simple. We've done this how many times now? 5? Surely you would understand how this goes by now, considering you're usually part of the cause. Well, with you as my escort, I'm sure we'll arrive in the right spot eventually, and none the worse for wear. Shall we head off? Yeah, hopefully they just let you in. It was kind of a pain in the ass for me to get in. I mean, we had to make a train into a bomb, and then we had to go through a big hallway full of monsters. I like that we still have this weird stalker fan person in the back there. I can't remember if that was ever addressed in the previous arc, and I don't remember actually if that person was there in the other ones. I would have to like go back and see if the older expansions had it. Oh, the air is all crackly and zappy. This is where the starship supposedly came down, so let's start a search for the Inspector. Standard investigative procedure dictates that we question the residents for possible gentleman sightings. Off we go. Alright. Let's see if anyone here... I mean, considering the kind of weird shit these people have probably lived through at this point, maybe a UFO is, like, just considered normal. I don't know, what with, like, all the robots and high-tech stuff. They seem to be getting along pretty well with all that. Oh, here we go. See any UFOs? I know that's like probably not very specific, but... Yo, are you okay back there? You don't look okay. What the fuck's going on over there? It's a small settlement and all its inhabitants are known to me. If a man of such distinctive appearance and demeanor were among us, I'm sure I would have noticed. Yeah, perhaps he's wandered around somewhere inside Solution 9. We have so many more people, he could easily go unnoticed in the crowds. Hey, you were here as Queen Fiend's guest, as I recall. So your companion wishes to enter the city as well. Then I suggest you make arrangements with the Sentry Tower entrance. Ooh, Solution 9. That sounds promising. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, I still don't know why it's called that. Maybe that's something that we'll get to learn more about later this week. Are you sure you're okay back here? Okay, he's just, you know, really into these batteries, apparently. I've never seen someone so enthralled by electricity like this. I'm sure he's perfectly fine. I'm sure we'll see him shortly. Visitor detected. Verifying access rights. Unlimited Everkeep access confirmed. Yeah, she's with me. Wanna, like, maybe grant her the same access or something? Scanning unregistered visitor. Warning. Warning. Explosive device detected. Entry denied. Ooh, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Maybe don't carry around potential acts of terrorism with you?
I'm not carrying any explosives. This is medicine for treating Inspector Hildibrand's condition.
Explosive medicinal compounds? I can't believe even the robots are susceptible to the shenanigans of Hildibrand and co. Error. Does not compute. Okay, thank you. Finally some sensible people here.
It's really quite simple. Inspector Hildibrand was sucked up by Mr. Poo-Poo's malfunctioning starship, after which it proceeded to drag him thousands of miles away and deposit him here. Ergo, you need to let me pass so I can blow away his brain cobwebs.
It's okay, they have Toon Force, it won't actually destroy anything. Error. Logic circuits overloading. Emergency shutdown initiated. So, does that mean we get to go through? I guess I don't see why not. I mean, it's not like we have to wear regulators or anything, right?
Huh, must be nap time. I guess we could just go in.
I mean, if there's problems, we can figure it out later.
She's with me.
I'm sure people will understand. They could trust me.
Oh, that's a good-sized city. Ah, there's one way of locating the Inspector in a place like this. If there's an ongoing case, then that's where he'll be. Let's head to the lively part of town and look into any nefarious incidents, shall we? Do you know which way the lively part is?
Yeah, it's nowhere. That's a trick question. Nobody's here. Everyone's logged off because there's nothing to do. Although I guess you could check the shops. That's probably the only place. Come back tomorrow. Or maybe the day after, even.
True View? That's in the eastern sector, you say? Right then, let's get to it.
I don't even remember where True View is. Up here? Down here? That's west. It's not east. There is no eastern sector. Oh, right, there is. That's the part that no one remembers. Except for, like, once every 3 months. See what I tell you, there's no one here. Everyone's gone. It's like 2 a.m. You're not going to be able to come back on in like 2 hours anyways. There's no place that's busy.
What, like a crime? Now that you mention it, I did hear about theft recently. Our city's peaceful by and large, but anywhere you have a lot of people, incidents like these are bound to occur.
What kind of theft are we talking about here? I mean, there's some shady parts in this town, that's for sure.
Recent troubles. I saw a pair of soldiers mobilizing not moments earlier. Responding to a disturbance, it seems. I don't think it was from here, but I'm a bit hazy on the details.
A case, huh? I've heard talk of an odd squealing creature of some sort, but I don't know if that's the kind of thing you're looking for. Squealing? Oh, we got pigs again?
Oh, I also heard about that theft. Something was stolen from a nearby tavern, apparently. I got directions to the scene of the crime, so let's head over together.
You know, I just had a thought. What are the chances we get alt-world Hildibrand? Because, like, we barely had any experience in Novrand. So we didn't get a chance to see if there was, like, a first Hildibrand. Can we get, like, a Hildibrand from the 9th, perhaps? The thief absconded with an aged bottle of spirits. The most expensive one in my establishment. I demand you find this criminal at once. Uh-oh. Is he here? Did we find him? Is this the inspector? Ooh. If it is, he's... wow. Very well dressed for once. Actually, that's pretty good. Admit it, punk. You pinched the hooch.
Me? Why would you think I...
With the supply of souls cut off, folks with a habit have turned to black market rackets, and luxury goods of dubious provenance is one way of paying the asking price. A top-shelf bottle of juice would make for a fine trade, I'd say. By the by, you know there's a method for identifying contraband souls. Your regulator logs would tell the tale. Okay, I love the idea that alt-world Hildibrand is actually competent and a good inspector. This is perfect. Don't want to let us check them? Be my guest. I took a gander at the cabinet where the bottle was stored and the log showed obvious signs of tampering. Electro-picking tools are awful hard to come by, aren't they? Most amateurs get singed, but you've got scorch marks all over your mitts. Give it up, kid. We've got you dead to rights. Can't believe I just saw a man fall to his knees in true view.
After I suspended my soul provisions, I couldn't stop worrying about the future. It was a moment of weakness.
Yeah, well now you can let your one and only life rot away in some jail cell. Save it for the authorities. Take him away, boys. This is the better inspector. Can we just replace the previous Hildibrand with this guy? Also, what does that mean for his dad? Like, where's Alt-World, Manderville? I want, Godfrey Manderville from the 9th now. Maybe we'll actually get him. Oh my god, the potential with this storyline is perfect.
That was Inspector Hildibrand, wasn't it?
I don't know, I think he looks very gentlemanly. I don't like either of these options. I think he's more of a gentleman than actual Hildibrand. That's okay, we're just being nice to, like, reassure her.
He must still be in shock after the starship's crash landing. Healthy dose of Nachu's delights will put him to rights.
Oh, she's gonna get locked up, isn't she? Yeah, let's maybe just double check that it's him.
I suppose that would be the responsible course of action. Come on, we should hurry along before we lose sight of this ungentlemanly Hildibrand.
Oh, this is amazing. I'm loving this already. This is what I wanted from like a potential Shadowbringers Hildibrand, but we just never got that, unfortunately. So much missed opportunity with that one. Why are... Okay, it's on both sides. I really don't know. It's clearly done on purpose. I don't like it. The lights. Why? Why would you purposefully make them like that? Oh god. It doesn't work. I'm sorry. Alright, what kind of shady back alley are we going to? I don't know if I've ever been back here. Yeah, you know what? I don't recognize this little corner of town at all. Not that anyone ever comes here. I mean, there's like a couple of side quests that can happen here. I think I'm still going through all of the Shadowbringers side quests, so it's gonna be a while before I do any of the ones here.
He walked that away. Or was it more of a mosey?
An egg. Damn, okay. That's pretty hardcore. Man likes his eggs hard-boiled. Because he's a hard-boiled detective.
He looks like the inspector, but he's a touch old. And mopey.
Well, this inspector probably wasn't dead for like 5 years. Had a little more time to age.
30 years passed inside the dome. Then if Inspector Hildibrand was here when it happened, well, that would put him in his 50s.
Oh, that's true too. I guess this could be the real Inspector. He had time to like age and mature and actually become nice. There's no way they're gonna do that though. Actually age up a character permanently? A reoccurring one at that? I don't trust them to do that. There's gonna be some shenanigans. This is gonna be his alter ego. And the real Hildibrand's gonna come from God knows where. And he's gonna be perfectly fine. You know, the Hildibrand we all know and love.
Must have been living here so long that he's forgotten everything about his previous life. Luckily, I have just the thing to jog his memory.
Although, as ridiculous as her theory sounds, it's not impossible. She's gonna get locked away now, isn't she? Think I wouldn't notice such an obvious tale? I don't know your game is, but bombs aren't toys. Best put them away before you hurt someone. Or yourself. Like me, I see neither of you are sporting regulators, so I suggest you be more careful with the only lives you've got.
Sir, don't you remember us? You're Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, the Gentleman Inspector Extraordinaire.
I've been called a lot of things, but nothing so insulting as a gentleman. I'm a weathered old fool with too many debts and regrets. Detective Hard-boiled. That's perfect. I love it.
Very impressive, but even with the name and those odd clothes, you might as well be the Inspector's older, more wrinkled twin.
Hate to break it to you, but you're barking up the wrong tree. Are we sure this isn't the Inspector? Wait, how did you make an egg? A hard-boiled egg with alchemy tools? What the fuck?
Seem awfully fond of those hard-boiled eggs. Here, this one's on me.
Thanks, Dollface. You're a peach. Ah, that's because it wasn't an egg. Even a man like him can be tricked. Has he finally seen the light? Well, one way or another, he definitely has. Oh, maybe that did bring him to his senses. What the fuck is this? There we go. He's back. Phew, that was one way to cure a hangover. You got me good.
Maybe we really do have the wrong person. That indestructibility is awfully Manderville-like, though.
I mean, if it is his alter ego, it would add up.
Not sure what's going on here, but I can see you're not who I thought you were, and that we need to keep searching.
A missing person, is it? If that's the rub, you can leave the sleuthing to me.
Oh, we could really use your help.
By the sounds of things, this fellow looks a lot like me. What did you say his name was? Hildibrand? I'll find him. Don't you worry. I can feel a hunch coming on already.
For some reason I feel like I can trust his hunches more than the actual inspector's. Are we sure that this isn't the inspector? I like to rush off and do some investigative work of my own, but the city still has my head spinning. I think I'll wait to see if this Detective Hardboiled is as good as he seems. Meanwhile, you should get back to whatever it is that famous adventurers do when they're not embroiled in one of our fantastical cases.
You know, I feel like I have this whole thing solved already, and yet somehow the game is making me question my own theories. This twin of mine had very well and truly lost himself. The trail was colder than the ice at the bottom of my glass. There they are. I could smell it in the air, like the cloying stench of cheap perfume. A conspiracy. Stay tuned for further episodes of Detective Hardboiled. Is that where alt-world Manderville is working these days? That seems like a strange combination. A lime with chocolate. I mean, I guess lemon with chocolate works, so maybe, but... Oh, something about lime, just not seeing it. She's still insistent.
Inspector has finally set foot upon the Dawn Trail. Get ready for inconceivably further Hildibrand adventures. Who knows what this case will be this time? When it happens, whenever it happens, you'll be there on the scene.
Well, I will eagerly look forward to the inconceivably further adventures of Hildibrand. But I think we'll have a couple more months, unfortunately, before the next quest. Hopefully, we get more than one next time. We have one more quest I was going to record today, so I will head on over, and I'll see you there. Alright, so another thing that they added in 7.1 was a sort of epilogue quest to the Pandæmonium raid series that I streamed quite a ways back by this point, some all throughout of early last year and the year before. I figured it was worth adding this on since I did do the entire quest line of that. It seemed appropriate. A bit of a change in tone, that's for sure, but seemed worthwhile to do. Oh, you must be at Bin. Why, you look exactly as Professor Claudian described. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. I'm the professor's new assistant, you see. The stories of your foray into Pandæmonium have been an endless well of knowledge and entertainment. In fact, there's a small matter that has arisen with regard to the facility that he wishes to discuss with you, thus my seeking you out. He has you stop by Aporia at your earliest convenience. Going back to Aporia. Alright, let's head on over. Alright, it's been quite a while since I've gone to go down here. Kinda almost forgot where it was, actually. And where we were actually going.
I've been. Hi. You are ever a sight for sore eyes. I trust you've been well since we last spoke. Good, good. Now, as much as I'd like to reminisce, it will serve us both better if I cut to the quick. I asked you here to discuss a matter concerning Erictonius, who I'm sure you remember. I certainly do, for his memories reside within me still. Every so often my mind's eye glimpses the grim spectacle of the final days, though there are also visions of a simpler time. In one I saw a warder under siege by colleagues. They demanded to know why a tiny Erictonius was running amok in the halls of the Pandæmonium. Upon hearing that the mammoth was created out of profound admiration, my past self gave only a rueful smile. The Themis would have been in a far superior choice of subject. Alas, I suppose you never seen the man. An inadvertently revealing deflection, we believe, as Themis's duties as emissary keep him away from Pandæmonium. Erictonius doubtless grew to miss his dear friend, and we know that what Themis looked like. So we thought, why not make a mammoth here and send it as a gift? We employed a local artisan to take care of it the first step. The resulting work is masterful indeed. Since you're the only one among us who can return to Pandæmonium, might I ask you to deliver this to Erictonius? You don't think he'd want a doll that looks like me too? Yeah, come on, who wouldn't want a doll that looks like me? I am a perfectly marketable person. The discretionary portion of our funding only extends so far, alas, though he very well might. As I've recalled more of his memories, I've noticed that he seldom expressed his own desires. Perhaps it was an unspoken rule in the Society of the Ancients, but nonetheless I would very much like to do something for him. A small kindness to the least is the least that we owe him. Alright, fine, I'll just deliver this one instead. I imagine you can still reach Pandæmonium from the Noose in Elpis. But once there, the keywords will surely assist you in tracking him down. Well, now that's certainly a place I haven't been to in a while. Even with the Pandæmonium quests, they were always, like, here. Alright, back to Elpis, I guess. The Arcadian questline, I kind of almost forgot what it's like having to actually travel and find the way into these, like, raid zones like this. I will say it's nice, it's convenient to have an aetherite crystal that goes straight to the raid area in Dawn Trail. Alright, well here's Hegemony. Where's Erictonius? Thought we were delivering this to him. Oh, there we go. Weird little, like, disconnection hiccup there. Hopefully my LAN cable is fine today. Are you returned to us so soon, Ebin? Not as a miss, I hope. And this gift for Erictonius, you say? A man much in demand of late. People expect great things of him now, greater than he's prepared for by his estimation. Thus is he at his very moment studying the worlds of La Habrea. Under his father's tutelage, he hopes to gain further mastery over the creations here, that he might one day become Keyword himself. Although Master La Habrea's harsh methods have more than once driven him to the verge of surrender, his determination to prove himself always drags him back from the brink. I do remember him being quite dedicated to his work. Indeed, and while I'm certain he would enjoy seeing you, I wonder if he would rather the reunion occur after he has come into his own. That said, I understand why you wish to be there when he sees your little Themis Mulcrum, that I could witness his reaction myself. Yeah, unfortunately I don't really have the ability to change when I time travel, and I don't know if he's gonna have the chance, unfortunately, to become Keyword. Keyword hegemony. We received word from Erictonius. He says he'll be soon returning. His message is well received. Yes, I see in this a tidy solution. When he arrives, can you tell him to attend me here? Say that there is someone I will show him. I want you to choose a suitably dark place from which to eavesdrop on our conversation. When the moment is right, send the puppet this way. Thus shall we both be privy to his reaction, even as you remain undetected. While such subterfuge would usually fall outside my duties as keyword, rest assured that I'm happy to help.
Alright, let's go hide. I can't actually remember why we would want to do that. There's probably a good plot reason for it, but I honestly don't remember.
I see that Master Library is not softened. You've done well to endure his methods. Sometimes I feel like he's become even more difficult. Were I not recently made privy to his true nature, I would have abandoned hope within moments. Such is his way of nurturing your talents, I suppose. I know. He still aggravates me, but I've come to see that even our quarrels are meant to know him better, as a father and one of the 14 both. Yes. I called you here because I had something to show you. Themis? Why are you so small? Another puppet, I see. But who managed to render such a striking likeness? They asked me not to divulge their identity. I can only say that they have your best interests at heart. How curious. And to think such a gift would arrive so soon after I met with the man himself. I happened to run into him at the Words of La Brea. It was my first time speaking with him in his capacity as a Litobus, but he was as friendly as ever. He told me yet more beleaguered plants from the Words of Halmoret, which he had escaped and taken root in a region destined for logarithm creations, making proper assessment quite impossible. Themis was called upon to judge whether to switching testing grounds for convenience or uproot the unwelcome creations. So soon after returning from Pandæmonium, he said he'd find such minor squabbles a welcome change. And of course, we spoke of a bin. Naturally. Perhaps we can ask your admirer to make a likeness of him as well?
Even she agrees. I'm gonna have to take that back and tell them to make another one. I'll pay for it.
As much as I would like that, I don't believe it would suit him. Unlike Themis and I, Abin isn't bound to his own small domain. I think he rather belongs to the entire star. To keep him, or even an imitation, confined here would feel wrong. Abin and Themis are both dear friends, and I need no tangible proof to be certain of our bond, though I admit that it would be nice to have a reminder of at least one of them around. I'm glad to hear it. Now, I believe you have duties to return to. If you wouldn't mind fetching those reports from Peripetia and on the new creation sent from Elpis. Gladly, keyword hegemony, and little Themis here will come with me. That turned out well, wouldn't you say? Erictonius has a new companion, and you were able to witness his joy at meeting him. Each and every warder here owes you a great debt. I hope that charming charade helped repay mine in some small way. I must attend to my own work, but I wish you all the best. Whether or not we meet again, fare thee well, Ibn.
That was a really fun quest line. And it's kind of sad it's now over. Probably for real this time. Although even this quest was pretty unexpected, to say the least. I can't recall any of the other raid series getting like an epilogue like this.
There you are, Ibn. Judging by the grin on your face, I trust the mammoth is safely in Erictonius' hands. Knew we could count on you. May that doll provide him some small reprieve from the stresses of his station. Speaking of which, I know you had to pull yourself from your own adventures to take care of this little errand, so I don't intend to let you go unrewarded. That's why we commissioned 2 mammoths from the start. I dare say Themis will be delighted to travel a whole new era by your side.
So you made 2 of Themis, but you couldn't be bothered to make 1 of me like I suggested? Can't believe this. Can't fucking believe this. Oh well. Let's see what we got here. Where is it? Wouldn't have been funny if I like randomed it out of nowhere. No, where's the minion guide? There it is. Designed in the likeness of Themis, 2 of these mammoths were produced at Professor Claudian's behest, with one being delivered by your own hands to Erictonius. Cutting-edge Charlian techniques were employed in its fabrication, that it might not look amiss in the world of the ancients. Wow, nice little present. Cool. Well, that will be it for today. I will be back later this week with 7.2 story and part 2 of the Arcadian raid series. This will most likely be going up tomorrow while the game is in maintenance, so glad I was able to get this recorded before that happened. So hopefully expect a video then. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.